very much, Joe. Bjergsen, congrats on that victory. Going into this one, you're two teams that have kind of been, I'm not going to say on a losing streak or anything, but a rough patch, kind of a couple of losses. So how did you head into this one versus Gambit?
Of course, we studied some of their picks, and we were kind of expecting the Karma jungle, because we've seen them do that with like a kite comp with something like Orianna or a Kale and Sona, who speed people up, and it's really annoying to play against, but luckily we didn't get to play against that because we weren't really sure how to play against it, because we don't have, with the new top laner, we don't have as coordinated team fights as some other teams in LCS have right now, so it's like, me personally, I really didn't want to face that. But we just went in with the mindset that if we play the way we play in, like, if we play the way we play in scrims, then we would do okay.
So no Karma jungle, it was Udyr jungle, and we know when Diamond gets going on Udyr jungle, he can be destructive. He started counter jungling straight off the bat, and you seem to be focusing him a lot in team fights as like first target. So was that the person you were most afraid of in that team?
The reason we focused him was pretty much because he didn't get any early feed or too much farm. So Udyr, mid-late game, he's not that strong, he's not mega tanky, he just pretty much dies. When we catch him in the Cataclysm, we just all jump in on him, and then we just start from the top pretty much. We kill the tank, and then we just move forward, and that's what we did, and it worked out fine.
Talking about jumping in, you were, of course, on Fizz. Didn't get to play versus Ari. In the beginning, you were up 2 versus 1. So when did you feel that you got going on that Fizz? Because, of course, it's hard pre-level 6.
Yeah, it's really hard to lane 2 versus 1, especially with Fizz, because you pretty much can't get a single creep. But we luckily had the Dragon fight, where I got 2 kills and a double buff, which just sent me back in the game. If that hadn't happened, I would have needed to just be farming for a long time, but luckily I had that little push to get me back into the game.
Yeah, and you all came true and took the victory. Now, you were talking about Mimir before. Let me ask you this question. When Xtinct was in the team, you seemed to be really on a roll, and especially the fact that you were able to switch champions with him, as you had, you were interchangeable at the lanes as it was, and now you kind of have to confide back into those champions that you know you can carry on because you can't change that much with Mimir. How are you dealing with that in the team, that sudden change again? The reason I'm playing more carry champions and assassins is more just what I've been feeling like recently and what I feel like fits the meta really well. It doesn't have anything to do with either Mimir or Xtinct, but there is definitely a change from Xtinct to Mimir. Mimir has a way different champion pool, so we have to adapt to that. The first couple of days we had a hard time with team fights because Xtinct play very like AP-based tops, and Mimir plays like split push assassins and some hard tanks like Sack and stuff like that. So we definitely had to adapt, but me playing assassins is mostly just because that's what I feel like doing right now. Okay, and then the final question. I saw you, when you were celebrating after a match, I saw you saying to each other, calm, calm, calm. Is that because you don't want to get carried away? Because it is so important now to just keep that focus and keep those wins coming in.
I think we all knew that this win wasn't optimal. We could have finished it out way earlier. We could have done a lot more things than we did. The reason I wasn't overly cheerful was because I didn't feel like I played the greatest game. But that's because I don't have a lot of experience with Fizz. I really enjoy playing him, and I'm sure I'll get better with him in the future, but this game, I know I could have done better. But that's why I was a little...
Okay, I can't wait to see when you do have experience on Fizz then. Thank you very much, Bjergsen. Congrats once again.